Hi everyone, and so today this video is on my my mental hospital experiences. I got a this video request on I think it was Instagram. Someone asked me to do my experience in the mental hospital, and so that's why I am here to speak to you guys on my experiences and how they were and my emotions when I went. I should probably turn on that fan, so I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I turned off the fan. Okay. So, I went to the mental hospital twice. The first time, I'll talk about the first time. The first time, okay, so, I was really depressed, and I felt alone. I felt like no one understood me. No one was going through the same thing as me. And I just felt like my parents did not care at all. And I took all that anger and started to cut to myself. And, trying to bleed to death. And I did it on my leg. Like a lot on my leg, and then on my arms as well. I have some scars still left on my legs. On my arm, I don't know, I might be able to show you guys. Okay, so on my arm you can kind of see it. So there was I did it on here, this side, and on the top side. For a while, my top on my arm was white when it healed, and I really got tanner, and you can never tell. My parents had saw, and of course they were worried and angry at me that I chose to do that to myself. So they took me into the emergency, and I was there under suicide watch until I got into a mental hospital. And this mental hospital was a closed unit or a locked unit, which means I'll explain that later when I'm actually arrived there. But I was there I got at the hospital at, was it 9? No, I got there at 9 or 10, and I didn't leave the actual emergency until 12. But I was there under suicide watch, of course, because they didn't want me to do anything. So there's security guards watching me, and they took me on a what is that called? They were transporting me to a mental hospital in San Francisco, and they took me on the ambulance to transport me. And I felt sick the whole way because I haven't eaten anything, so I was so nervous and I just did not want to be there. I was angry that my parents even took me there. So I was there. I got there. I'm not gonna name the hospital. Or should I just name it? St. Mary's in San Francisco, if you guys are wondering. And I was there I think I got there on Thursday, and I didn't leave till the next Thursday, so I was there for a week. And it was a locked unit, which means we cannot go outside. And they kind of had an outside, but it wasn't really you'd go on top of the roof, but it had stuff barricading so you couldn't escape, jump off the roof. So that was our outside, and so it was a locked unit. And at first I was really nervous. I didn't want to be there. I made a lot of friends there, and it ended up being really nice, and the people talking to you help. But the focus is I'll talk about the other one too, and what's the difference between the two of them and how the other one works better for me. They didn't really have a therapist that was always checking up on you. It was if you needed something, you could talk to your therapist, and I was not one for speaking up, so I saw my therapist one time, and that was it. And I had to share a room with somebody, and the showers were good because the showers were clean, and like I didn't have to take a shower with anybody. And yeah, and like I don't know, the people were nice. They had groups. They had a lot of groups there, like groups where you had to like talk about your feelings and what happened to you, and painting, all of that good things. And yeah, it was good. The food, I would say, there was okay. The only thing good about that place was they had a room full of like food if you didn't want to eat the stuff that was brought to you on a tray, so you can eat like other stuff that was there, which was pretty good. I like survived off of sun chips and sandwiches and apple juice the whole time I was there. And I'm like lactose intolerant, so I couldn't eat any milk or drink any milk anyways. So what else? Yeah, like I said, the people were nice, the workers were nice, and you can call your parents whenever, basically. You had to wake up at, I think it was 8, go to bed at 10. And yeah, just a lot of, and there was visiting was like for an hour, and the other one was more better because, like, I'll explain to you the comparison of like why I thought the other mental hospital was better. So visitation was like an hour, and you had to furnish the food, and yeah, it was, and it wasn't a bad mental hospital. I think it wasn't the right one for me. So, and then after that, I was good for a few months. I was still depressed, and the reason why I actually went to the first mental hospital was because I was on Prozac, and Prozac made me more depressed. So they immediately took me off of that medication, and I switched to Zoloft, which was working, but you have to wait for that stuff to kick in, so I was still depressed. And this time I cut myself again, but mostly on my arm, and then I like took some pills, and I had to see my therapist. She's kind of like a therapist. I have a different therapist now, but she was kind of like a therapist, and I was seeing her that day anyways. And I guess my parents had found out what I did, and they went with me to my therapist appointment, and they had told her what I've done. So she was asking me if I still, if I was in danger of killing myself. If I were to go home, would I be in danger of killing myself? And I said yes, I would. So they took me to another mental hospital, but this one was kind of like, it was an open unit, and so this one was, you can go outside, but there were staff to watch you, and the visiting hours were a lot longer than that. The other one, this one was like 4 4 hours, and the other one was 1 hour. And I was there for a week and like an extra day. But the main goal for me there was just to leave. I hated being there just because I was homesick and I just wanted to be home. So it's the one in Gilroy. It's called Rebecca's, and my mom actually took me. They wanted my mom to take me. I had to go home, get clothes, and bring all my stuff. I was crying. I was like, I don't want to go. And there's a lot of nice people there. I made a lot of friends there too. And the therapist, you actually saw your therapist, and they actually helped, and I thought it was very helpful talking to my therapist, the one I had. And I had group meetings to deal with my family better. I had, what I should do, like I had plans, and the people there were supportive, and I still talk to the people today, and it was just a better one for me. I think it just depends on which hospital is better for you and if it helps. And this one really helped me because I have not done anything since I have left that hospital. And you know, I'm still seeing a therapist, taking medication still, groups, and I'm happy to not self-harm anymore and all that. I'll try and show you guys, like, I have some scars, as you can tell. So you can't really see any on this one, but on this arm you can. Like, there's one over here. There's that one. Well, actually, yeah, that one's for my cat. But there's this one. I don't know, you guys can't see it, but yeah. And then on my arm, on my leg, I'm not gonna show you guys those. Yeah, no. But yeah, those were my experiences, and social wise they were good, and you know, dealing with them, they were good. And you know, don't be afraid to go to one. It can help you. I know I was just like, no, I don't want to go. And me going, I thought people were going to call me a freak. And when I come home, people were going to treat me differently. And the first time I came home, I completely had a panic attack. I didn't like any kind of fighting, just set me off, and I had a panic attack. And I just did not want to be there. But the second time I got home, I dealt with things better. I had a lot of anger, but I wasn't depressed. But I know how to deal with anger now and not become depressed. And it has really helped. And I'm so thankful for the help that I have received throughout my whole, you know, experiences with dealing with it. Bad ones and good ones, because it has taught me to be the person I am today and help you guys deal with your problems. And hopefully you guys never end up in one. Like, I hope you guys don't get to that point where you end up in a mental hospital, you know? It sucks, and you just want to be home. But at the same time, you have to realize you need the help. And that's the reason why you're in here in the first place. And I think in the second hospital I went to too, the second one, I think it was better for me too, because I had a routine and a schedule. They were strict on us. They made us, you know, do chores. And I don't know, the first one was more free and they let you do whatever but not go outside. It was like a log. But this one, they were kind of hard on you, and you're there for a reason. They don't treat you like people. But I'm not saying that's a good thing, but it helped me, you know, like, realize. And my hair, I'm sorry, I have my hair like half up, and it's just, ugh, and I feel like dealing with it today. So yeah, those were my experiences, and I've only gone to 2 mental hospitals. I don't have like a big old story to tell you guys, even though it's like 13 minutes long. But I hope none of you guys go to what I've gone through, and if you do, just know that everything's gonna be fine, and you're there for a reason, and you should really focus on getting help, and it will definitely help you in the long run. And I'm here for any of you guys who really need help and talk to people. So yeah, thank you guys for listening to my story, and if you guys want to post your experiences, go ahead and let me know, and I'll watch it and tell you guys, you know, give you guys advice if you guys need advice for the future. And yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I love you guys, and bye.